book lovers, it is JesseTheReader here, and I am here today because it is my Booktube channel's 3rd birthday. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I am making this video right now. Obviously not as I'm filming this, but as I'm posting it, my channel's 3. I can't believe it. I honestly can't. I cannot believe that I've made it this far. I cannot believe that I've made so many amazing friends in this community. I cannot believe that this channel has really pushed me to grow as a person. I didn't ever see that. I'd never anticipated it whatsoever. I don't know if I expected too much out of becoming a booktuber, but I gained so much, and I just want to quickly say before I proceed on with the video, thank you to everybody who has contributed to my experience on Booktube, whether you post regularly, whether I met you like within the past month, or whether I met you literally when I first started. Thank you so much for contributing to this amazing experience. I love the Booktube community so much. Every single time that there is a Booktube birthday that I have, I've been doing something on my channel that's kind of like related to my Booktube birthday. The first Booktube birthday video that I did, I reacted to my Booktube Newbie Tag a year later. My second Booktube birthday video consisted of me doing the not a Booktube Newbie Tag, and this year I've decided to kind of revisit my Booktube Newbie Tag, not me doing a live reaction of it like I did the first year, but this year I've decided that I am going to re-answer the questions and re-answer them from a 3rd year Booktuber's perspective. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be showing you guys like little clips of my first Booktube Newbie Tag and kind of comparing the answers as to like what they were back then, so that we together can compare and see the differences between my answers back then and my answers now. So I guess without further ado, let's get started with the Booktube Newbie Tag. So question number 1 was, why did you start this channel?
That's because I love books. I'm very passionate about promoting stuff that I love, promoting things that I love, companies that I enjoy and everything like that. I find these different marketing techniques for anything that I personally enjoy. Me only recently discovering that I completely love books. I just want to promote them and be passionate about them and join this community that is constantly reading, expressing their personal opinions and preferences in books, and I personally love that, and I've never seen a community like this before. I've watched Booktube for like a solid year now, but I've always avoided getting a channel because I don't know what people would have thought about me. And now I'm here.
So yeah, pretty much what I said in that clip. I do love to promote the things that I love, including the books that I really do love to read, but I swear it was the coolest thing that I went into Booktube with that mindset alone, because I didn't actually know or realize what kind of community I was getting into. I didn't realize that I could be making so many friends around the world by simply talking about books. I mean, I do mention in the Booktube Newbie Tag eventually, so I'm pretty sure at one point in the video I do say that I do want friends, but being that I was a lurker all the time, I would constantly just only watch the big booktubers before I actually started to participate in the Booktube community. I never even commented on anybody's videos, including the videos of the big booktubers. I never commented whatsoever, and so I wasn't in it for the community aspect originally. I just really wanted this outlet to talk about books because I loved to promote the things that I love. Even though it was weird to not go into it with that expectation, I think that it was just really awesome that I didn't, because I didn't know what was gonna hit me, and then it all of a sudden hit me. Wow, I really do want to be here. This is crazy. This is awesome. Even though it took me around 3 months to actually decide to put myself out there and to actually make friends, to get out of my comfort zone, because when I was filming the video, I had social anxiety, and I do mention in the video. In fact, no, I just had anxiety in general. I struggled with mental illness back then, and so it was very difficult and very uncomfortable, but I didn't realize how uncomfortable Booktube was for me. And I'm happy that as the months went on doing the Booktube channel, I was able to push myself out of my comfort zone. I guess the answer to why I started the channel remained the same, but now looking back at it, I just realized that I was pretty narrow-minded when I was answering the question as opposed to now. It's really crazy how things change. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube?
I've grown up in an environment where I've realized that I'm very different from people, and it's not saying that, oh, you should watch me because I'm different from other booktubers and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm different from from other booktubers yet. I'm only just starting booktube. If you knew me in person, I guess you can say that I'm really different from a lot of people. Because I'm such a different person, I guess I can relate a bit more to different people. I used to see my difference as something that could be used against me, because growing up, when I was in primary school, I got bullied because I was different. But I think that now that I look at it, it's a blessing that I'm different and I'm here today, I'm alive, and I'm myself.
I did mention that I didn't know whether I was different to other booktubers yet because I hadn't been booktubing regularly, so I didn't know. And now that I've officially reached my 3rd booktube anniversary, even though I do post some similar videos to some other booktubers, like wrap-ups, TBRs, reviews, hauls, etc. Over the years, I can definitely confirm that I've come to the conclusion that I am pretty different from other booktubers because of my experiences, and also over time, as I got very comfortable with expressing my opinions here on Booktube, I was able to find my voice and my style through simply creative expression. Even though I do go through creativity slumps and there are times where I don't even know my aesthetic. I really don't even know my aesthetic, guys. Can somebody tell me what my aesthetic is? Because I don't know. Even though there are some areas where I haven't fully pinpointed my specific differences, I do know that I'm somewhat fun and unique. At least I think I am. Am I fun and unique? I don't know. I don't know. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited about for this new channel?
I love the fact that Booktube just brings book lovers together. That's why I'm so excited to start this channel.
I mean, now that I've been on this platform for 3 years officially, I can say that making bookish friends is definitely one thing that makes me really excited about this channel. And also definitely having a creative outlet and having a safe space to talk about books, I mean, that's just great for my sanity in general. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading?
A lot of people grew up reading. But I never read outside of school. I would skip prescribed texts for school. But I started reading for enjoyment as soon as I graduated. What I love about reading is the fact that you can just escape into another world. You can escape reality is just amazing.
So I'm pretty sure in my Booktube Newbie Tag I did mention that I love reading for escapism. These days my answer has kind of changed. I mean, I do love reading for escapism sometimes, but if anything, I actually read to live my real life. I mean, yes, reading for escapism is definitely great sometimes, but then I also think that reading to gain some great wisdom and perspective on life is also very important. I don't know, I feel like ever since I've seen reading that way, it has really broadened my perspective and has made me kind of try to live my life to its fullest. Everything has changed since I've decided that that's the reason why I love reading. My answer has definitely changed on that one in some way, shape, or form. Question number 5 is, what book or book series got you into reading?
The series that actually got me into reading was the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. It's amazing. I'm so happy that this was a first series I had read all the way through. Protagonist, Tris. I've never related to a protagonist as much as Tris. Not only relate to Tris, I relate to Forrest so much. I appreciate the 2 main characters in this book. There are aspects in my life that I can relate to. I'm a naturally anxious person, so the fact that this deals with fear is so unique and so beautiful, and this is the book series that got me onto reading.
My answer hasn't changed. I mean, how can you change that answer? That's the book series that got me into reading. And yes, I still do praise it because it means so much to me. This series means the world to me. It's not only the series that got me into reading, it's the series that got me through my mental illness, and it is literally the series that saved my life. We're getting pretty deep there. Let's move on to question number 6. Question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber?
Oh my gosh. So I don't have a specific favorite booktuber. I really love JesseTheReader. I also like MaureenKeavy. Just to name one more, Joel Tiger. Oh my gosh, I love Joel Tiger. He's hilarious. Can I have your bookshelves? Please. I don't know what booktuber I'm asking, but how do you manage to read all the books?
Okay, so I have multiple favorite booktubers. And yes, if you're wondering, the 3 favorites that I mentioned in that video are still my 3 favorite booktubers, even though 1 out of the 3 are not active. Joel, are you okay? I miss you. I mean, I would ask Stars and Embers, Professor Q, Sophiescated Books, Becca in the books, Holly Hart's books, Rachael Marie, the list goes on. I would ask them Why are you so fabulous? Seriously, there are some amazing channels in the booktube community. I love all of you guys' channels. I gain so much inspiration, so much wisdom from you guys. And those aren't even all the channels. Those are just a few that I could name at the top of my head, but there are so many other channels that I would ask this question to, because seriously, why are you all so fabulous? Everybody is watching me right now that supports my channel. Why are you all so fabulous? Because you just are. Just answer the question. Because you guys just are. I think if there was a booktuber that I would specifically ask a question to, it would be Books and Lala, whose channel I started to really watch in this past year. And seriously, her channel I just love and adore so much. I would ask her, where does she get all these creative ideas from? I mean, usually she does mention the inspiration behind her videos. It's kind of something that she already answers, but how does she think so creatively? I really want to know. And I also want to know how she is able to motivate herself to push on with such amazing projects like that. You go, girl. And finally, question number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome?
I guess there are going to be times where I'm not going to be available, and there are times where a lot of people aren't available. There are people that take YouTube hiatuses. There's times where maybe they're in a reading slump and they can't make booktube videos because they're not feeling it, and sometimes they're ashamed to show that maybe they didn't read any books in the month. That's gonna happen, and I guess that's a challenge.
So I do mention like hiatuses and slumps in that video. I didn't realize after a while how real that would be to me, and so I definitely have to say that that's a challenge that I definitely face often. I still face it a lot. I went through a slump last month. It wasn't fun, but I got out of it, and I know that there is probably going to be another slump in the future, but it really depends on the situation, and I'm still trying to work out how to get through these slumps. But I guess self-love and care is definitely important during the slumpy times, because you get so frustrated because you aren't making art. But I guess there are some times where you just gotta push yourself, and then there are some other times where you just gotta wait it out. It just really depends. So that's definitely one of the hardest challenges to overcome. For another challenge that is pretty hard to overcome that I didn't mention back then because I didn't actually expect it to be a challenge for me, because back in the day I was such a people pleaser. Back in the day when I started this channel, I would constantly make sure that I was seeking the approval of others. And if there's any advice that I would give to any booktube newbie these days, don't do that. Don't be like that. Don't think that you have to seek anybody else's approval for people to like you. I'm giving you this advice because I know that if you do, it restricts your creativity. It somewhat makes you censor yourself in your videos, and you're gonna come off as less authentic and less real. So my advice to you is to just be yourself. I would have to say that that is one of the most important pieces of advice I have personally received in the booktube community. And after a while, after finding my voice and finding my style, and after kind of finding out who I was, it enabled me to have a deeper passion about this community, and that's the reason why I'm still here. I love this community so much because I'm able to be myself and I'm able to express myself on this platform. So that being said, another challenge that is pretty hard to overcome is obviously overcoming hate/negativity and not letting it have any power over me. I mean, the more and more my channel grows, the more and more hate comments I am going to get. I have to say that it's definitely okay to be sad, but after the potential sadness that you might accumulate from that hate comment, it's important for you to decide how you're gonna rise above that. Are you gonna let that negative comment get to you and stop you from doing what you love? Or are you going to rise above that, ignore that, probably laugh at that person and decide, hey, I am allowed to be myself. So I'm just gonna be myself. I'm gonna push myself to be the person that I wanna be, the booktuber that I wanna watch. I think that that's definitely the healthiest way to go about it. I just ignore my hate comments, really. In fact, I actually share them with my sister sometimes, and we laugh at them because they're stupid. I'm not saying that I don't occasionally feel down about them. I mean, I'm only human after all. It's only really a matter of not letting the hate comment have any power over me whatsoever. Just by me deciding I love who I am and other people love who I am. Think about the people that love you already and see the world in you. Just think about them and just realize that they outnumber that one hater. So is their childish behavior worth taking your joy away for? No, it isn't. That's how I cope with it. Like I said, it's a difficult challenge to face in the booktube community, and it's something that I am slowly mastering, and I think that this year I've learned how to master it better. I can't say that I've arrived, but it's definitely a challenge that I've had to overcome. Especially when people make comments about my accent, okay? Those ones aren't okay. And I'm gonna say one last challenge challenge that has been pretty difficult to overcome that I eventually got through that a lot of other booktubers haven't gotten through yet, and it's actually pretty devastating for a lot of you, and I deeply apologize. YouTube need to get it together, because seriously, we can't be blamed for other big YouTubers' actions. So where am I going with this? The terms and conditions. A lot of people this year were demonetized. Again, I apologize for that. That's just not right whatsoever. Once I heard that news, I knew that I was probably going to be demonetized if I didn't reach the threshold. I'm pretty sure I needed hundreds to thousands of watch time hours, and I was able to get that thanks to a lot of you guys that actually put your faith in me and decided, hey, we want to support G-Swizz. We are going to support G-Swizz. We are going to constantly watch G-Swizz. I'm so mind blown by how you guys have done that. I want to do the same thing for a lot of other creators out there, and so that's why I'm doing my best to watch the smaller creators and to actually support the smaller booktube community, because in reality, it's not really about the money. It's not about the money at all, but it's definitely about supporting each other. For some smaller creators out there, monetization is something that will mean a lot to them. It will definitely help them in everyday life. I definitely wholeheartedly believe that YouTube shouldn't be punishing small creators, and they should be really giving small creators more chances. That's definitely a challenge that I did have to face, and I still kind of do have to face. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to promote my own channel as well as other people are promoting their own channels, and it's definitely something that I acknowledge is a challenge for many more other small creators out there, and it's less of a challenge for me now as it was back then. But what I absolutely love about the booktube community so much is that we all support each other, whether we're big or small. We are honestly so privileged to be in such an amazing community, and I acknowledge that right now as I'm making this video celebrating the fact that I've been here for 3 years, and no, I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. I love this community. I am so passionate about it, and I can't wait to see what the next few years have in store for me. I do want to leave on a positive note. I do want to say again, thank you to everybody. Oh man, this is gonna get sappy, and I am on the verge of tears right now. But you guys have done a lot for me, and I don't know how I could deserve that. I don't, honestly. I want you guys to know that my heart is full, and I see every single one of you guys. I see all of your sacrifices. I want you to know all your sacrifices mean the world to me. So that's how I'm gonna conclude this video. So yeah, that's all the responses I have to this Booktube Newbie Tag. After like 3 years, it just gave me an excuse to redo this tag, because it's not like I have a list of tags to do or anything. Procrastinator. Again, I just want to thank everybody for celebrating my Booktube birthday with me. 2 weeks time, I'll be celebrating my actual birthday. My channel turned 3, and then I turned 23 in like 2 weeks, and then I reached 3,000 subscribers. So many 3s! If you want to / haven't yet, you can follow me on my social medias. I'm at JesseTheReader on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/JesseTheReader. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.